There's something unsettling about feeling fine on the outside while something dangerous is quietly building inside you. That's exactly what high blood pressure does. It hides, it waits. And too often it strikes without any warning at all. Many seniors believe they're doing everything right. You take your pills, you show up to your checkups, maybe you walk a little, maybe you eat a little healthier. But what if I told you it's not the obvious things that are putting your heart at risk? It's the small habits, the quiet mistakes, the little choices no one talks about because they seem harmless. Yet over time, they tighten your blood vessels, they wear down your heart, and they silently steal your energy, your sleep, and your peace of mind. Today, I'm going to walk you through 8 critical blood pressure mistakes that seniors must avoid. These are the mistakes most people over 60 make without even realizing it. This isn't about blame. It's about awareness. Because once you understand these mistakes, you can shift them. You don't need another strict diet. You don't need a new prescription, and you don't need to turn your life upside down. Just a few mindful changes can make a world of difference in how your body feels. And the final mistake we're going to cover today, it's the most surprising of all. It has nothing to do with food or medicine, yet it might be the missing piece to why your numbers stay high no matter what you try. So stay with me until the end. You might recognize yourself or someone you love in these words, and if any part of this video speaks to you, leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Health 365, your daily guide to living stronger, longer, and with more ease after 60. Let's ease into the first hidden mistake. It might seem small, but the consequences can be powerful if you let it slide too often. A lot of people assume missing a pill here or there, or taking it a little later than usual won't matter. But for your heart, those little slips can create real chaos. Blood pressure medication doesn't work like a painkiller. You don't feel an instant relief after you take it. It works silently, behind the scenes, keeping your arteries relaxed, your heart steady, and your risk of stroke or heart attack much lower. That's why consistency matters more than most people realize. But here's the truth: many seniors don't take their medication exactly as prescribed. Sometimes it's forgetting. Sometimes it's feeling fine and thinking, maybe I don't need it anymore. Sometimes it's trying to save money by cutting pills in half or stretching them out by taking them every other day. And while those choices might feel harmless in the moment, they can cause your blood pressure to bounce around unpredictably. One day it's fine. The next day it's dangerously high, and you don't even feel it. That roller coaster strains your heart, it puts pressure on your kidneys, and it taxes your brain every single time. One of the most dangerous mistakes is stopping medication just because your numbers look good. Those good numbers are thanks to the medication working. It's not a sign that you've suddenly been cured. High blood pressure doesn't go away. It has to be managed day after day. So what can you do? The key is to turn your medication into a habit, not a daily question. Use a pill box with the days marked. Set a gentle alarm on your phone. Pair it with something you already do every day, like brushing your teeth in the morning or having your breakfast. If you ever experience side effects, or if cost is an issue, don't stop taking the medication on your own. Talk to your doctor. There are usually alternatives, lower doses, or discount programs available. But the bottom line is this: your medication only works if it's inside your body doing its job. And your heart is counting on you to help it do just that. Now let's move on to something sneaky that hides in plain sight, right on your plate. A lot of people think, I barely use the salt shaker anymore. I'm being careful. But here's the surprising part. Over 70% of the sodium most people eat doesn't come from the salt they add at the table. It's already packed inside the foods you buy. And that's where the trap is. Blood pressure rises when your body holds on to too much sodium. It causes extra fluid to stay in your bloodstream, which pushes harder against your artery walls. Over time, that constant pressure damages your heart and can quietly lead to stroke, kidney problems, or heart failure, without you ever feeling a thing. And while you might stay away from chips or salted peanuts, sodium hides in places you wouldn't expect. Canned soup, deli meats, salad dressings, sauces, even foods that look healthy like whole grain bread or frozen vegetables with sauce. Many of these are loaded with salt, not for flavor, but to keep them on the shelf longer. What makes it trickier is that as we age, our kidneys become less efficient at clearing sodium out of the body. So even a small amount can cause a bigger spike in blood pressure than it would have years ago. That swelling in your ankles, that puffiness in the morning, sodium could be part of the reason. But this isn't about cutting all the joy out of your meals. It's about awareness. When you shop, glance at the labels. Look for words like low sodium or no salt added. Rinse canned vegetables or beans before cooking to wash off some of the salt. Cook at home whenever you can, because then you're in control of what goes in. And if food tastes bland at first without salt, don't worry. That's normal. Your taste buds will adjust. Soon you'll notice the real flavors of your food coming back to life. Garlic, lemon, herbs, pepper, vinegar. These add flavor without adding stress to your arteries. Every small choice adds up. Every bite can become a quiet act of protection for your heart, your brain, and your future. Now that we've seen how hidden salt can harm your body, let's turn to something else that's just as invisible but even more dangerous if ignored. High blood pressure is called the silent killer for a reason. You can feel completely fine, going about your day laughing with friends, walking around, and still have dangerously high numbers ticking inside you without a clue. That's why only checking your blood pressure at the doctor's office isn't enough. That one reading is like judging an entire movie from a single frame. Your blood pressure shifts constantly based on what you ate, how you slept, how stressed you feel, even the time of day. For many people, readings at the clinic are either too high because of nerves or too low if it happens to be a calm moment. When you don't check regularly at home, you miss the bigger picture. You miss the quiet signals that something is changing, like a medication losing its effect, or a new food habit slowly pushing your numbers up. You also miss the chance to spot dangerous spikes before they turn into something serious. The good news is, tracking your blood pressure at home doesn't have to be complicated. Most monitors today are affordable, easy to use, and made with seniors in mind. They come with large buttons and clear screens. You just need to make it part of your daily rhythm. Pick a time, maybe first thing in the morning or in the early evening. Sit calmly for 5 minutes. Rest your arm on a table, feet flat on the floor, no talking. Then take your reading and write it down in a little notebook or use a simple app. That log becomes your story. It's like your body's report card, and it's incredibly helpful for your doctor. If you feel nervous about high readings, you're not alone. A lot of people avoid checking because they're afraid of what they might see. But remember this, knowing is power. Ignoring a problem doesn't make it go away. In fact, catching it early is often the difference between a small adjustment and a serious health scare. Treat your blood pressure like a daily check-in. Not something to fear, but something to understand. Your numbers are trying to tell you something. Let them speak, and you'll know exactly how to respond with clarity instead of guesswork. Now let's uncover another mistake, one that doesn't come from food or medicine, but from the way we live our daily lives. It all starts with stress. Stress doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's not yelling or crying. Sometimes it's silent. It's that tightness in your chest when the bills pile up. It's the worry when your body aches. It's the heaviness when you miss someone you love. Stress is quiet, but it's powerful. And when it lingers, it puts serious pressure on your heart. When you're under stress, your body thinks it's in danger. It releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These make your heart beat faster and your blood vessels tighten. That's useful in short bursts, but when stress becomes a daily visitor instead of an occasional guest, your blood pressure stays elevated. Over time, that constant tension wears down your cardiovascular system, whether you notice it or not. Many seniors were raised to stay strong, to push through without complaint. But holding in emotions, hiding pain, or worrying in silence doesn't make you strong. It makes you exhausted. And unfortunately, it makes your blood pressure climb quietly higher. Managing stress doesn't mean changing your entire life. It means creating little pockets of peace every day. Just 5 minutes of deep breathing, in slowly through the nose, out slowly through the mouth, can calm your nervous system. A short walk in the garden, some gentle stretching, or sitting by the window listening to your favorite music can tell your body you're safe. You can relax now. Even talking to someone you trust, sharing a worry out loud, lightens the weight on your chest. Journaling prayer or sitting in silence with a warm drink can give your mind a chance to rest. Don't wait for stress to explode. Care for it every day, like brushing your teeth. Stress may not leave a mark on your skin, but it always leaves one on your heart unless you soften its grip. And once you create these small moments of calm, your body starts to respond. You'll notice your blood pressure improve, but also your sleep, your energy, even your digestion. Speaking of movement inside the body, here's another mistake that hides under the label of rest. We've all heard it. As you get older, you're supposed to slow down. And yes, rest matters. But sitting too much is one of the quietest ways we put stress on our hearts. When you don't move regularly, your heart loses strength. It has to work harder just to keep blood flowing through your vessels. Muscles weaken, circulation slows, and blood pressure rises little by little. You might not feel it right away. You might just feel more tired, less steady on your feet, a little less you. But here's the hope. Movement doesn't need to be intense to be powerful. You don't need a gym membership or fancy sneakers. You just need to move consistently, gently, in a way that fits your body. Take a short walk around the house. Stand up during TV commercials and stretch your legs. March in place while brushing your teeth. Roll your shoulders or flex your ankles while sitting in a chair. These little acts of movement improve blood flow, lift your mood, and gently lower your pressure. Physical activity also helps you sleep better, think clearer, and feel more capable. It reminds you that you're still in charge of your body, not the other way around. Of course, it's normal to worry if you've got joint pain or fear falling. That's okay. Start where you are. A doctor or physical therapist can suggest safe ways to move. And once you find something you enjoy, dancing to old music, planting flowers, stretching in the morning sun, it won't feel like exercise. It'll feel like living. Movement tells your heart that it's still needed. It keeps your blood vessels flexible, your balance sharp, and your confidence strong. Instead of thinking, I should rest more, try asking, how can I move just a little today? Now let's talk about 2 everyday comforts that feel harmless but can throw your blood pressure off track if you're not careful. A warm cup of coffee in the morning, a glass of wine with dinner. These little rituals bring comfort. But when it comes to blood pressure, even simple pleasures can have hidden consequences. Caffeine is a stimulant. It speeds things up. Your heartbeat, your alertness, and yes, your blood pressure. For some people, the spike is small. For others, especially those already dealing with hypertension, even 1 cup can push numbers into dangerous territory. The tricky part is, you might not feel anything at all, just a racing pulse or a little tension in the chest that's easy to ignore. Caffeine isn't just in coffee. It's in energy drinks, sodas, chocolate, even some pain relievers. And as we get older, our bodies process caffeine more slowly. It stays in the system longer, affecting sleep, heart rhythm, and stress levels. Alcohol tells a different story. At first, it feels relaxing. But over time, regular drinking raises blood pressure, interferes with medications, and contributes to poor sleep, weight gain, and dehydration. Aging slows the liver's ability to process alcohol, so even small amounts can hit harder than they used to. And if you mix alcohol with blood pressure meds, the risks multiply, causing dizziness, confusion, and strain on your organs. 1 glass might be okay. 3 might push your system over the edge. This isn't about giving up your favorite comforts. It's about awareness. Try this. Check your blood pressure before and after your morning coffee or evening drink for a few days. If you notice a pattern of higher numbers, restlessness, or headaches, it might be time to cut back or find alternatives. Chamomile tea, warm lemon water, or sparkling water with fruit slices can give you comfort without raising your pressure. The goal isn't restriction, it's intention. Making choices that let you enjoy life longer without taking away your joy. Now let's talk about something that ties it all together. Your connection with your doctor. Your doctor isn't just someone who prescribes pills. They're your teammate on this journey. But even the best doctors can't help with what they don't know. One of the biggest mistakes many seniors make is staying quiet. Maybe you don't want to seem like you're complaining. Maybe you feel rushed during appointments. Maybe you were raised not to bother anyone unless it's serious. But here's the truth. Everything you experience matters. A small side effect, a missed dose, a new supplement, a change in mood. These aren't little things. They're clues. If you don't share them, your doctor is working with only half the puzzle. High blood pressure isn't a set it and forget it condition. It changes with stress, diet, sleep, medications, even the weather. That's why open communication matters. Maybe your numbers look fine at the clinic, but at home you're seeing spikes. Your doctor needs that information. Maybe you stopped a pill because it made you feel off, but you didn't mention it. That could lead to uncontrolled pressure or a preventable emergency. And don't forget emotional health. Loneliness, grief, anxiety. These weigh on your heart emotionally, but they also raise blood pressure physically. Letting your doctor know how you really feel gives them a chance to support your whole health, not just your numbers. You don't need the perfect words. Just speak honestly. Write things down before your visit so you don't forget. Bring your blood pressure log. Ask questions, even if they feel silly. If getting to the clinic is hard, ask about virtual appointments. Many doctors now offer video visits. Your doctor isn't there to judge you. They're there to walk beside you. The more open you are, the better they can guide you. When you're on the same page, your treatment becomes more than a prescription. It becomes a plan that fits your real life. Now let's finish with a mistake that hides in the quietest hours of the day, but affects your blood pressure all night long. Sleep. Sleep isn't just rest, it's healing. It's when your heart slows down, your blood pressure drops, and your body resets from the stress of the day. But when sleep is broken, shallow, or too short, your heart never gets the break it needs. Many seniors struggle with sleep. You lie awake at 2 a.m., tossing and turning. Or you fall asleep easily but wake up too soon, your mind buzzing. Sometimes you think it's just part of getting older. But poor sleep quietly fuels high blood pressure. When your body doesn't reach deep rest, stress hormones like cortisol stay elevated, your blood vessels stay tight. Your heart keeps working harder than it should. Over time, this takes a toll not just on your blood pressure but on your memory, mood, energy, and immune system. If you snore loudly or gasp for air at night, it could be sleep apnea. It's more common after 60 and often goes undiagnosed. Left untreated, it's a major cause of resistant high blood pressure. So what can you do? Start with your bedtime routine. Dim the lights an hour before bed. Turn off the screens. Avoid heavy meals, caffeine, or alcohol in the evening. Try reading, soft music, or a warm bath to wind down. Keep your bedroom cool, quiet, and dark. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even weekends. If you're awake more than 20 minutes, don't lie there frustrated. Get up, stretch, breathe, then try again. If sleep is still hard, or if your partner notices loud snoring or pauses in breathing, talk to your doctor. Sleep studies can often be done at home now. And treatment for apnea, like a CPAP device, can dramatically improve both sleep and blood pressure. Because here's the truth, your heart rests when you do. Quality sleep doesn't just help you feel better. It helps you live better, more clear-headed, more energized, more protected from the silent damage of high blood pressure. You've just taken a powerful step, not just by listening, but by giving yourself the gift of awareness. Managing blood pressure after 60 doesn't mean living in fear or giving up the joys of life. It means learning how your body speaks and gently adjusting your habits so they speak back with strength and calm. You don't have to change everything overnight. You don't have to be perfect. Just start with one shift. Maybe it's setting an alarm to take your pills on time. Maybe it's switching one salty snack for a fresh one. Maybe it's walking after dinner instead of sitting. Maybe it's taking a moment to breathe before bed